want some answers, not theories. Now, if the state troopers say for sure what caused the tremor?
Clint, the man is not a geologist. One minute I'm asking him, has he seen Tina in court? The next minute he's telling me the whole mountain is shaking.
Excuse me, Clint.
Oh, Carl, what's new from the science desk?
Well, the seismograph of Lanier University is picking up severe tremors on Llantano Mountain. The ranger station has put out an alert. An avalanche has begun on the north face. Well, Clint, what do you want me to do?
I want every available reporter and photographer ready to cover any possible disaster.
Yes, sir.
Carl, is Viki in the city room?
Sorry, I haven't seen her all day.
All day?
Clint, I know what you're thinking, but...
Well, what else can I think? Obviously, she's gone to check on Tina to see if she can find Tina. Oh, that means she's trapped up on the mountain, too.
We know the truth, don't we? Leo tried to tell me, so did Christine. You used both of them in your efforts to turn me into Nikki Smith, and when that didn't work, you resorted to kidnapping me and recreating the moment when Nikki Smith was first born. I didn't believe them. I could not understand that a man could go to such lengths. And now I know. I understand that it was just your greed. It was your unquenchable lust for gold.
You have to understand me. I never intended any harm to you. It was a necessary decision. Necessary! No! We'll take care of him later. But now...
That sound, it was so much louder than it ever was before.
Gunshot must have caused a vibration that go throughout the cavern.
But that sound's coming from the outside.
Roger, you don't think... We better get out of here now. We'll be trapped down here forever. Come on, follow me to the tunnel before it's too late.
Unless there's another means of escape.
Oh, I can't be sure, Vicky. We still got plenty of air down here, and that'll buy us time to keep searching and hoping.
Oh, don't be ridiculous, Gordon. There is no hope. For this little band of brothers and sisters, we're all exactly where we deserve to be.
Would you shut him up before I do?
Dad!
It's poetic justice, sweetheart. We've each of us, for our own reasons, clawed and scratched to find Eterna, and now Eterna's got us. It's never gonna let us go.
Don't shoot crazy! Just shut up! You well, none of this would have happened. It's all his fault.
Oh, it's your greed, your schemes. That's why we're all here, and now you dare to fight foul at me.
We'll fight all you want to once we get out of here, all right? Just stop it.
If we get out of here.
Look, I wasn't just hoping against hope. If that tremor blocked up that wall, it may have opened another way out. However, the next tremor could have recurred any minute, and it might be even stronger than the first.
Stronger? What do you mean? That means this whole mountain could come down on top of us.
Well, we can either stand here and wait for the roof to cave in on us, or we can make every second count.
What would you suggest that we do?
Well, we split up into two groups and try to find a way out of here.
Here's one group. Wait, just keep your eyes open, all right? Because you're going to have both Leo and Michael to deal with.
Don't worry, I'm not turning my back on anybody in this group.
Well, come on, Wade. Show us the way.
If no one finds a way out, we meet back at the Great Hall, and that means everyone.
Yeah, come on, we better get started. All right, honey? Can't lose a second here.
I know, that's why I'm praying. I mean, don't laugh at me. I mean, I do pray sometimes, you know.
Darling, nobody's laughing at you. I think right now we all share the same prayer that we somehow find a way out of this place.
Okay, come on. Follow me.
Hold it, Clint. You can't be sure Viki went after Tina. much less gone up to that mountain.
I can't be sure that she hasn't, Pa. That's why I'm going to call for my car. I'm driving up there.
Clint, the roads are closed. You wouldn't get 2 feet. Besides, Viki wouldn't go anywhere without telling somebody. She probably grabbed the story for the paper. You know, she loves to get out from behind a desk.
Oh, Pa, I would love to believe
Hey, I'll
that.
find out right now. Carl, find Briggs. Ask him where Viki is.
I'll be right back.
How you feel better?
I'll feel better when I know for sure that Viki is safe and sound. You got your hands full, but we're talking about 2 lives here, maybe 3. No, I don't have any proof that she went up there after them, but not later now, damn it. All right. I'm at the banner. If you see any sign up, will you please call me? Thank you. Bureaucrats. The world is full of lousy bureaucrats, Pa.
Clint, those troopers know what they're doing.
I know what they're doing. They're playing it by the damn book. But what if that's not good enough?
Clint, I checked in with Briggs.
Has he seen Viki?
No, she hasn't checked in all day. I asked all over the city room. No one's heard anything from her since yesterday.
All right, that does it. Pa, get on the horn and order your copter to be ready to take off. I'm going up to that mountain.
Okay, we'll go back to the library and start searching there. You and Tina, you go around the bend in this passageway and see if it leads anywhere.
Then we'll meet you back in the Great Hall.
Well, hopefully sooner if someone finds an escape route. Come on, Viki.
Tina, listen to me. We're going to get out of here. All right? We're going to get back to the surface, back to the people we love. Don't you dare let go of that thought.
Okay, let's go.
No, be careful. Honey, Viki is right. We can't have gone through everything we have together just to come up with the short end of the stick.
Yeah, we do. It's all my fault.
Honey, will you stop talking like that? If anyone is to blame for this, it's Michael and Gabrielle. And believe me, once we get out of here, they're going to pay for everything that they have done.
I don't care about justice or revenge, okay? All I care about is my baby. What if we never see CJ again? What if...
Come on, hey, listen, we are going to get out of here. You understand me? You got to believe Viki. You got to believe in it. We're going to get out of here.
I do believe that, look, but I also know what I've seen. Look, Gabrielle, I saw this skeleton in some kind of Eterna uniform. I mean, what if there's a whole lot more? How many more dead bodies are there here, hon? What if we're next? Signal from Christine and Wade by now.
They're all right. Just keep looking.
No, but we said that we would send signals every 15 minutes just to make sure.
Gabrielle, we went down one passageway, they went down another. All that matters is that we find a way out of here.
Typical. You don't care what happens to my daughter or Wade. You don't care about anyone you never have. All you care about is your precious gold.
Babbling again, Leo, as usual. If you are so concerned about them, why don't you go join them?
And let you out of my sight. I know what you're up to, Michael. You're just waiting to lead us into some cul-de-sac at the end of the tunnel and then murder us so that you can have all the gold to yourself.
God, Gabrielle, have you ever seen such a classic case of paranoia? Really, if you distrust me so much, Leo, then why don't you really should go and join them. Or better yet, why don't you go off by yourself? Because then I can just stab you in the back or poison your tea. Of course, you might get hopelessly lost in this tunnel maze. But then, you're lost already, aren't you? Come on, let's go. Just an aftershock.
Just wait, what if there's another tremor and only this time this whole place can...
Shh. It's just a mild one. No avalanche, no walls falling down. We're okay.
For now, maybe. Question is, where are we?
Looks like some kind of supply room.
It's more like a general store. We could live for years on this stuff.
There's a thought.
Somebody did. There's enough here to supply a small city.
The city of Eterna. Makes you wonder how many people live down here, you know?
Yeah, it makes me wonder, what happened to all those people?
Well, I've searched every nook and cranny of this library, and I can't find any secret doors or passageways. Viki.
I'll be all right.
Look, I told you, it was only a slight tremor.
Oh, yes, I know. I just keep wondering when the next one's going to come, and the next, until the whole...
Viki, we can't start thinking like that. The only thing we can do is keep searching for an escape route.
What if we don't find one?
We will.
Is that for my benefit or yours?
Viki.
I'm not really afraid to die. I mean, I don't relish the thought of it, but... It's just the thought that I never see my children again.
Yes, I know.
Yes, you do know. You know a great deal, but you say very little.
Now, Viki, we have to keep searching.
No. Roger, please, I don't want to die.
Viki, we're not
without knowing all the truth, all of it.
We're not going to die if we just keep looking.
Don't you owe me that much? Please, we're trapped here together. What's the point in holding back now?
Viki, My God, I just remembered something.
Oh, don't try and change the subject now.
No. That's not it. No, that's not it. We may find a way out of Eterna. I don't know why I didn't think of it before. It's a long shot, but it may be our only chance. Come with me. Hurry.
Blankets, flashlights, medical supplies. We've got everything we need to survive here. It's good news, isn't it, Wade?
Depends on how you look at it. We may have to survive down here indefinitely.
We'll manage.
No, I wasn't worried about us. Just thinking about Mary Lynn. She probably thinks I just split without even saying goodbye. I wonder if she's relieved. I wonder if she even misses me after all the hurt I caused her.
You know, Wade, I know you're sick of me talking about this. I can't help but feel guilty. Will you forgive me?
Christine. Look, there's really no need for forgiveness. I chose to be here with you and your father, and...
I know, but what if we never find our way out of here?
We will. We have to find our way out of here. It's okay. Come on, let's go find the others. Come on.
Come on, help me.
Oh, honey, just settle down. At least that one wasn't as bad as the last.
You're just saying that.
No, honey, I'm not. These aftershocks are getting weaker all the time. I think that first tremor was the worst.
Well, aren't you afraid?
Well, as I say, I think I'd rather be in Philadelphia about now, but... Hey, come on, honey, think about it. Look on the bright side. You and I are probably the luckiest people here.
Lucky. Yeah, that's a pretty strange word for our situation here.
Now, girl, come on, think about it, all right? I mean, Viki is without Clint, Wade is without Mary Lynn, and Roger is without his daughters.
Yeah, and we're without CJ.
But the important thing is that we are together right now. Do you know that? Honey, I can hold you in my arms, and I can close my eyes, and I can count a million different reasons for knowing that I got all those reasons to live for.
Well, you're right. I mean, when you put it that way, having you here, it gives me hope.
Now you're talking. Maybe we should get trapped more often, huh?
Yeah. Honey, I don't need an avalanche to show you how much I love you.
Oh, but I love you, Tina. Never more than I do right now.
How do you know which button to push?
I don't, but one of these switches could open another passageway.
Roger, be careful, please. All the exits are already sealed. If you start another avalanche...
There's no danger of that. Yeah, but it's no use. Most of these controls are corroded. The ones that work have nothing to do with any tunnels or escape routes.
For somebody who doesn't know which button to push, you seem awfully familiar with the workings of this place.
Well, I told you, it's my research.
No, Roger, no amount of research can give you that kind of specific knowledge. That has to come firsthand.
Well, let's go down and join the others. Maybe somebody else found a passage.
Roger, please, look, I've asked you this question before, and you've sidestepped it before. Look at me now and tell me the truth. You have been here before, haven't you?
Viki, yes, I've been here.
So what you said to Leo and the others, that was a lie. Your knowledge of Eterna didn't come from any research, did it?
No. Eterna was my home. But I don't have time to talk about it right now. Our first priority is to get out of here.
No, look, someone will shout if they see a crack in the walls or something. You can take a few moments to tell me the rest of this story.
Viki, please.
I've waited long enough to hear it, Roger. It's my story, too, isn't it? Isn't it, Roger? Don't you think it's time I knew it?
All right, I'll tell you. Viki, understand when you hear what I have to say. I never meant to keep the truth from you. You and I, we've both been players in a story someone else wrote for us for many years. understand soon enough.
All right, you smart Alex. We're right back where we started from.
So much for your intrepid leadership, Mr. Grand.
Okay, Leo, we have two choices. We can either kill each other right here and now, or we can work together to get the hell out of here.
Oh, well, what's your angle this time?
My angle is that all this gold down here isn't going to do us any good if we get buried alive down here.
Oh, I suppose I can't argue with that.
If we keep distrusting each other, looking over our shoulders, we will never escape. Now, we have got to cooperate.
All right. It's the only way that I'll be able to save my daughter's life.
Can I join this peace party?
You. I trusted you. But you had to go behind my back and try and find this place all for yourself. I will never forgive you for that.
How dare you accuse me? Who's the one who followed me up to the mountain? You heard us scream. You could have helped Tina and me, but no! You wanted the gold all for yourself, didn't you? You didn't even care if we lived or died!
So much for working together.
Shut up!
Dad! Dad, guess what we found?
Want a way out?
Where, sweetheart? Tell
We
us.
didn't find an escape route, but we found some kind of supply room or something.
We don't need supplies, Wade. We're looking for a way out.
Yes, I know that. But in the supply room, we may find a map or some survey of the city or something.
He's right. It might be our one way of escape. Come on, let's go.
Well, there you are. I've been sitting by the phone waiting for Viki to call. Not a word.
It doesn't surprise me, Pa.
She make it up to the mountain?
Your pilot flew me up to the north face where the avalanche started.
Any sign of Viki?
I saw a car half buried in the mud and snow. We couldn't land, but even from the air, I could tell it was Viki's. There was nobody around, and no other cars in the vicinity. All I could do was radio the troopers, and they said they'd organize a search party and check it out.
Clint, there's always a chance it could be somebody else's car.
It's Viki's car, Pa. I know that. I only came back to hook up with the search party.
Whoa, you're going up there on foot?
I'd like to see somebody stop me.
What if there's another avalanche?
Pa, I don't give a damn if the whole mountain crumbles into little bitty pieces. I gotta see if Vicky's in the car.
Clint, you wait.
No. You stay by the phone. I'll check with you later.
You wait. I'm not gonna let you go up there.
Pa, no.
Alone, that is. I'm going with you. Come on.
My father was ruthless in every aspect of his life. That's no surprise to me. But I must say, I never believed that he could be involved in something so blatantly corrupt.
Well, he wasn't alone. As Gabrielle said back in the early 1950s, your father took part in an international scheme to protect vast gold reserves.
If this city was built in the early 50s, then that must mean...
Yes. You're right. I was a young boy when my mother and father brought me here.
Were your parents scientists?
Clerks. Nowadays, what might be known as middle management. But my father was ambitious. Very ambitious. He'd done his homework in the dusty filing cabinets of dusty offices. He knew a great deal about Victor Lord and the other members of the cabal, and when he went to them, he wasn't just looking for a job in Eterna. He was looking for power. Your father and the others gave it to him. They named my father the first governor of Eterna.
Oh. Well, no wonder you know so much about this place.
You know, he loved it. They knew he would. They also knew by giving him this fancy title, it would make it easier to control him and make him follow their orders.
Were they right?
Unfortunately, yes. But that first year in Eterna was utopian. Everyone pulled together down here to turn this cold collection of stone and concrete into a paradise. I mean, you wouldn't know it to see it right now, but there used to be laughter down here and excitement and a great sense of mission.
No one knew about the gold?
Only a few, my father and his trusted assistants. My mother didn't even know at first.
Roger, you said the first year down here was paradise. What happened to change all this?
Well, you know the story of the Garden of Eden. What always happened?
Oh, the gold became the forbidden fruit.
See, the volunteers had only signed up for a year. Then they were supposed to be sent back to the surface and replaced by another team. But my mother and I began to realize that my father and the men who built Eterna had other plans. No one was going to leave. Not ever.
Well, that's unbelievable. How could they do that? How could they imprison all these innocent people for the rest of their lives? I mean, even my father couldn't have been that cruel.
You know, to be fair, I don't think your father really knew what his partners had planned for Eterna. But my father was all too willing to take part in the conspiracy. Down here, he was Governor Gordon. Up there, he was just another clerk. They say power corrupts, and absolute power
Corrupts, absolutely. Doctor, there's one other thing that I don't understand. You say you were trapped down here with all the others. How did you get out? I'm sorry if these questions are opening old wounds.
Now, you have a right to know, Viki. No matter how painful the memories. Now, several years passed, and my father's desire to rule on in Eterna bordered on madness. My mother, Julia, pleaded with him to open up another escape route, but he refused, so she decided to take things into her own hands for the sake of her only son. I was a teenager by then. Strong enough to help my mother, but not strong enough to stand up to my father and his powerful allies. Julia Gordon was a clever woman. She knew that someone else had tried to escape from the library years before. The city's original architect and his wife had dug a tunnel to try and get out. They never made it. An angry mob of volunteers had rebelled when they learned they were to be sealed up forever. My father had his bodyguards to protect us, and we survived the rebellion. The Garricks weren't so lucky. The mob blamed them for building Eterna and killed them. Poor people. They were innocent. As for their little boy, Moses Garrick, he simply disappeared the night of the rebellion. My mother believed the tunnel still existed. If we could find it, we could make our way out of Eterna. Like Moses Garrick may have been able to squeeze through years before, but we needed a much larger opening if we were going to reach the main utility tunnel and make our escape.
That must have been a living nightmare. To be trapped down here, digging your way out to freedom.
Well, the worst of it was knowing that my father was responsible for keeping us here.
You couldn't reason with him?
No, his obsession bordered on madness. It cost him the love of my mother, my respect, and then even his own freedom. He didn't seem to even care, as long as he had the ultimate control.
My goodness, it must have taken forever to dig through all that rock.
We worked days, nights, working in silence to make an opening large enough to pass through. Unfortunately, the effort had taken a great toll on my mother. She'd been ill and weak to begin with. Now she couldn't summon the strength for the arduous journey into the tunnel. It was up to me. At first, I refused to leave without her, but she insisted I go through our small tunnel to see if it reached all the way to the main escape route. If so, I could come back for her. Reluctantly, I agreed and set out for the world beyond Eterna. I soon lost track of time. I crawled through space just wide enough for my shoulders. I had no idea if I would ever reach the main shaft or be lost forever within the rock. But finally, the narrow space gave way to the main supply tunnel. My pace quickened as I saw light up ahead. Literally the light at the end of the tunnel. For a moment, I was too dumbstruck to move. I hadn't seen the outside world since I was a small boy. Now it was all around me, bathed in moonlight. A real moon, not electric lights and stars. The sky was filled with them. I couldn't take it in all at once. So many things to see and smell and touch. Wildflowers, trees, rocks. I wanted to know the name of every one of them, like Adam on his first day in Eden. But there would be time for that. I was just too tired to take another step. I had to lie down and rest before going back for my mother. The next thing I knew, it was morning. I had yet to see all the wonders of my new world. When I opened my eyes, the most wonderful sight of all was there before me. She was no more than 17, the same age as I was. But she was no stranger to the woods. I couldn't stop staring at her. She was so beautiful. She couldn't stop staring at me. In my Eterna uniform, I must have seemed like an alien from outer space. But she was brave as well as beautiful. She said the woods belonged to her father, and she asked what I was doing there. I had no answer, but that didn't stop her. My uniform fascinated her. Where did it come from? Where did I come from? I was too frightened to reply, especially when she told me her name.
I can fill in the rest. I was the young girl, wasn't I?
Yes, Victoria.
Victoria. Oh, God, nobody's called me that in such a long time. Only people who knew me when my father was alive.
I knew you then.
I loved you then. You were my love. Not Nikki's, mine. And you were the father of my child.